major changes are happening to how you'll pay for your next cell phone, speaking of mine going off.
Yeah, that's right. Verizon is following T-Mobile's lead. They're getting rid of annual contracts. That's the good news. But they're also getting rid of subsidies for phones, which means you're going to have to pay full price. That $650 price tag for an iPhone. Verizon says it's trying to simplify the options, but will it actually save you money? Our tech expert, Shelly Palmer, here now with the lowdown. I was suspicious of this because it was released on a Friday, and we know what that means.
Well, what it means for everybody is the less data that you use, the less you'll save. But if you're a pretty heavy data user, this is a $10 to $25 a month savings if you're somewhere between 6 and 12 gigabytes of data per month.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, if you're like a 1 to 3 gigabyte user, it's a couple, $3, $5 a month. And the only thing that
there are the prices for
the only
plans.
thing that's really important to understand is that this phone subsidy is great if you own your phone. The lack of a phone subsidy is great if you own your phone. If you own your own phone and you paid for it outright, and Verizon is not the lowest price, you can switch carriers all day, month long. Oh, I don't like this, I'm going to Sprint. I like this, I'm going to AT&T.
And keep your number.
And just keep your number. So they're giving you a lot of flexibility. But the real reason they did this is so that you could just understand what you're paying for. Well, it's been so hard to know what you're paying for at Verizon for so many years, and now you're just going to know.
I crunched the numbers. Let me show you my current plan and then what I would be paying under a new plan. My wife and I, we split 2 lines. Under the plan, the old plan, we pay $50 for data. It's 3 gigabytes. We pay $40 a line for the 2 lines, so it's $130 total there. Under the new plan, the 3 gigabytes drops to $45. It's only $20 a line, so we'd pay $40. But then, if we don't pay for the phone outright, let's say we pay $200 up front, like we currently do for a new iPhone, say, and it's $650 for the basic iPhone 6, we're going to pay $18.75 times 2 every month for those phones. But it still is, you know, about $8 cheaper.
It's very important to understand there are no down payments and no activation fees with this new plan. And so if you're used to pricing your phone where you put $200 down and then you have a $40 activation fee, that comes out. That's where the big savings is at the smaller data plans. You don't have to lay out that money. And by the way, Ben, you're 100% right. When you buy a phone, they'll split it up over 2 years for you. It's also important to know that they're not forcing anyone to take this plan. They're going to push it really hard because they're going to try and make you do it. But if you still want your 2-year contract with a subsidized phone, they're they're going to let you do it. You just have to push. So if you think that's better math for you, and it probably isn't, because there's at least a couple dollars savings on the low end, and there could be $20, $30 savings per month on the high end. So if you think you want the old plan, you just keep asking for it. They'll give it to you.
Well, thank you very much, Shelly, and thank you, Urkel, Ben, for crunching those numbers for us. That was
Shelly Palmer. Find more, ShellyPalmer.com or at Shelly Palmer on Twitter.
Thanks, Shell.
Thank you.